Hey, I'm Chris Holmes. I'm a certified Bob Ross instructor. I'd like to welcome you to our channel, Serenity in Color. Today we're going to take off and do a painting, something kind of bright, It's a cold day here in West Tennessee, so I want to do something bright and colorful. Waterfall. I got an idea already in my head. I've already applied liquid clear at the base and liquid white, and on top of the liquid clear, I've made a combination of phthalo blue, Van Dyke brown, and sap green, about equal proportions. And I'll be using titanium white, phthalo blue, midnight black, dark sienna, Van Dyke brown, alizarin crimson, sap green. And our yellows are cad yellow, yellow ochre, Indian yellow, and bright red. So, if it's your first time painting, really hope you enjoy it. And if you just want to relax and watch along, we're going to have a good time today. So, first thing I want to do, since like I said, I've already got liquid white up here, I'm just going to take my 1-inch brush and just add a little phthalo blue. I tell my students all the time, a little bit, because you can always add more, you can't take back. So just taking off in the corner, I'm just going to make little crisscross strokes. And it's one of my favorites, and one of my many favorite sounds in painting class. Let that brush dance. I've had the privilege of meeting a lot of great people. It's amazing. I had a gentleman come in one day. He was where I was at. I was painting in a restaurant and doing a demonstration. And he come up and he was a welder. Turned out he was a painter. So it's amazing the different people that really take this and just run with it. It's amazing. Me myself, I'm a highway worker. I run equipment, drive a dump truck, stuff like that, and this is my happy place. So, grab us another 1-inch and we'll kind of blend that out a little bit. I ain't worried about that green blending in. That'll give some great effects. So I left a few spots open on purpose to take and maybe put a little cloud there. Grab a little crimson, lighten that up, brighten that up just a little bit. I'll change a little bit. Let's see what we got going. There we go. A little newer. Just wanting to play today. I really enjoy this. I can have a bad day, pick up a brush, and my day's a whole lot better. Let's see here. Got a little beater box down there under my easel. Funny thing, I recently got married 2 years ago this August, and I used to paint in my kitchen. It was just me and my dogs. So I have a tendency to tell stories when I'm teaching, and my wife, the reason our refrigerator sits where it's at is because I used to beat the brush out and I made it such a terrible mess. Kind of like you can cover a multitude of sins with a tree paint, and you can cover a multitude of paint splashes with a big refrigerator if you got one. Excess again. So yeah, I'm always right about that. I would build something contained or get a brush beater. Don't beat it in your house. It will, as he said, change your marriage. See, I think we deserve one more. Why not? I'm gonna put another one right there. Makes the think of Super Mario Brothers. Let's see, here we go. That's one of my favorite sounds too, hitting that brush beater. Alright. I think I'm gonna build me a little mountain. Let's see, I want some alizarin crimson, a smidge of a little blue. Kind of looking for a lavender color. A little bit of white put in that. A distant little mountain. Let's see here. On my mind today, I'm going to paint a little waterfall. So I want the main focus of the painting to be on it. We got a studio here in Henderson, Tennessee, and we hold painting classes, so if you're ever down this way, we'd love to have you come paint with us. A lot of people, it's amazing, like I said, the people I've met. And yesterday, one of my bosses, my first job was in high school, she come took a class with me, and I never realized you'd done anything like this. I've always drawn and stuff growing up, you know, this was kind of art was always my escape back then. But I never started painting this technique until about 6 years ago. And I was hooked. I always mess with acrylics as my medium. 231 inch. Feather that out a little bit. But yeah, it was a hoot. Her and her daughters and grandchildren, that was their Christmas present, come paint with us. My wife is from Poland. We met through Bob Ross school in our second and third week. So if you ever heard her talk and hear me talk, we sometimes have to have subtitles with one another. Because of my accent is kind of strong, because I'm from the South and hers from being overseas. There we go. Just a little highlight here and there. It's kind of. I've got to see some pretty country. I've never been to the Rockies or nothing like that. I've seen some pretty mountains in North Carolina. I got a friend that lives in Transylvania County, Byron Rosman. A lot of pretty waterfalls and such. I've had the privilege to see a lot of beautiful country. There's a little purple. Oh yeah, kind of gray at it just a little bit. Just a few shadows there. Just let the knife play. I was so terrified of this when I first started painting. I was like, man. But after I figured it out, it really, I couldn't imagine doing a paint without using the knife. It's just one of the best tools, I think. Don't let them scare you. You can do a multitude of things with this. It is so much fun. I love this technique because I can put idea, I can go ahead and get it out real quick while it's on fresh on my mind, and I have to wait for it to dry or work in layers. You know, I can just roll with it. It's so much fun. So much fun. I've been trying for a few years to get my best friend to come paint with it. The way he works, we can't ever really make time, but don't overwork yourself in life. You gotta make time. Make time for things like this. Just enjoy it. I think that's all I'm gonna do with that. I can sit here and build on a mountain all day, take over the whole canvas. Get out that brush. Let's just go a little, mist it up a little bit. A little bit, give it a little wipey wipe, and we're just gonna pull that up. I think I'm gonna be sneaky. I see something right there. I was gonna pull maybe a few tops of some distant trees going up that mountain. So I know that's gonna be. I'm gonna cover that over the tree. So let's see. There we go. Look at that. There we go. Well, wipe out my old brush here real quick. Put us in a couple of distant trees, so I'm gonna go back into that color I started with, kind of lighten it up, which was, like I said, it was sap green, phthalo blue, and Van Dyke brown. Kind of lighten it up, so as you know, in a landscape, the further something is, the lighter and less distinct it is, and closer it gets to, it's just gonna get darker. So we'll lighten that color up a little bit. Anyway, just a little bit more white. Change it up a little bit. There we go. I love it. I love green. That's one of my favorite colors. Growing up, I don't know, red was one of my favorite colors. I was obsessed with the Ninja Turtles. Raphael was my favorite when I was little. And as I've gotten older, I found that I'm more like Michelangelo, more of a cut up. So I guess because then I was associating colors. I love red, and Ralph was the red one, so that was always fun. Let's see, here we go. Cover all that messed up. Little friend. There we go. Then let's take that old brush and kind of knock her loose a little bit. I'm going to color that purple on, but that'll be alright. I'll tap the base of that a little bit. Like I said, I got a basic idea kind of where I'm wanting to go. I did something similar on a mailbox recently for my friend I was talking about in North Carolina. So he asked me to do a mailbox, and they're a lot of fun. I paint on them and saw blades. I painted on plywood. You can do a multitude of things with this. It is so much fun. So let's see. I'm gonna darken that color a little bit now. Let's get a little bit closer. And I'm gonna put me And I guess I should have talked to you about it first too. I took gesso, black gesso, before I started, and I let it dry completely. And I took a foam brush and made all these little indications of trees and covered it. So I did part of my dark work already. So I'm gonna make some uppity trees. So where we live, we got more of the pine trees and little cedar trees. You know, one of these days I hope to make it to Alaskan places like that to see all them pretty scenes like Bob talked about and painted and shared with us. Let's put in a few here and there. Vary it up a little. Once you get started with these, it is just, you can cover a whole canvas in no time. There we go. There we go. You can build a multitude in no time at all. It is so much fun. What you can do with it's just, you can do it. Anybody can do it. You just gotta have that dream. You gotta have it in your heart. My aunt finally got her to come paint with us one time. She's like, "Alright, you was right." I said, "It's a lot of fun." And you just practice and practice and you'll get better and better. I saved my very first painting I did in this technique, and people get kind of disheartened when they first come, and I'm like, you know, you just got to keep practicing. If you love it, and if you don't love what you're doing, and painting don't make you happy, you truly, it might not be for you. But you may just love watching, and that's great too. I love these black canvases, because if you put the color on before and you're painting for, you know, the public, and I've been asked a few times to come in and paint a few antique store openings and such. They asked me to come in kind of for a little entertainment. You put the color on before everybody gets there, they're like, wow, when you hit it with the white and all that that's underneath with the transparent colors comes alive. It's just so much fun to hear them moving and on, you know. So much fun. Just go for that. Sharpen my trees a little bit. These still a little further back. I'm sneak in a couple ones you can kind of see. There we go. Maybe. There we go. Let's build one more big couple there. Then we'll get on into the foreground. Crooked, there we go. Make him a little shorter than this one here. My brothers are a whole lot taller than me. I turned out to be about 5'9", 5'10", about the height of our dad. My brothers are well over 6 foot. So I was always the short one. Family pictures. Get the brushes, smash it in there. It's all big right there. We go. So the trick is you gotta load that brush. Load it up. There we go. It lives there. It really does. A little bit of that titanium white, a little bit of that, a little dark sienna. Cut off a little roll of paint. Tree trunker. Maybe this is a little bit closer. We kind of get a little bit, just a little bit of definition. Indications there. I don't know, I won't sneak one in here, but maybe just look on the head back there. You can make a multitude of trees in no time. You can bring something forward, you can change it. It's just so much fun. If you don't like it, scrape and start over. I've done that. There's nothing wrong with that. And I've got some of the best work that I felt like I've done after the fact. I started off doing a painting a while back. I had in mind my grandpa's pond, and it turned out better after the fact than I originally intended. See them accidents, use them. Let's see, highlight this now. We'll add a little bit while thinning that paint. Need to thin her down because we're using a real thick paint underneath. And if we work in layers, we're going to thin it as we come forward. There we go. Working forward. A few highlights. There we go. Okay. Brought that tree forward, so let's get him a little highlight there as well. There we go. Kind of got to pick which ones you want in the foreground and which one's the furthest away. So we'll make this a little further. So push him back. There we go. There we go. I won't forget him. Snuck one in there. A lot of fun. There we go. We need something for all that to sit on. So it's just covering at the moment. I know I already kind of know I want a waterfall. The knife work for you. I love started though, I struggled with it, but I kept practicing. Yeah, practicing. Throw that back in there a little bit. All right. Take the fan, grab a little bit of liquid white. Thin that paint down a little bit. Hold on with me a minute. Blow my knife off there. That color. Alright, take a little bit of that thin white. Get purple fire. Blow it up a little bit. Still a little thick. Still a little thick. Gonna thin it a little more. There we go. Kinda. If you're not sure, once you hit that canvas, you'll be able to tell if your paint's too thick. Pull and I pulled the cork. Let that go down. Couple more white. Hold it one more time. Alright. Use that similar clean brush and let's just kind of pull up on it a little bit. 3 hairs is a mare. There we go. And now we got to contain that. Let's go back to our Van Dyke here, man. Let's kind of bring that cliff forward. Hope you're having fun. If you like what you see, or if you got an idea you'd like to see something, an idea of something you want to see painted, leave a comment. Let us know. If you live in the area or ever visiting West Tennessee and want to try this technique, yes, I promise you'll leave happy. You'll have a good time with us. There we go. Let's kind of come over here a little bit. We're going to put a few bushes there in a second. You gotta highlight that. Have that light. Gotta have that light. Show that dark and Bob said. There we go. Back to that burn. Let's kind of. You can do it. You gotta have that dream in your heart. There you go. Let's grab that old dirty 2-inch. Get some more of my darks here. Kind of pull that brush, get some good dark color. Seeing a few bushes kind of sit that down in there a little bit more. There we go. There. Yeah. You'll see things as you more you paint, you'll get ideas. And you can just run with it. It's so much fun. See, I started with a basic idea and then halfway through I'll change it. And like I said, the end result was better than what I intended. two and go into that thin yellow green I made. Get a little bit more of that liquid white. There we go. Let's go up. Just kind of lay in a few grassy things. See, I might change the flavor a little bit. This yellow ochre. Like I said, the more you practice, and you do this, you can kind of feel what the canvas is wanting. Just go a little light. See, that was one of my biggest things. When I first started, I had a heavy hand, and practice. Just a gentle touch. Gentle. My wife really helped me with my bushes. And they're one of my favorite things now to make. I think I'll put a little Indian yellow in there. Kind of brush mixing. Having fun with it. I kind of have a tendency to stay out of the red toward the end of my paintings just because once you hit it, it just kind of takes over. Bright red and phthalo, that's what I tell my students all the time. You kind of got to just be real gentle with them because they will take over a painting. There, that looks good. Let's see, I'm going to take a little bit of titanium white now. If we got some fall that much, we're going to have a little bit of mist out in here. Bring the clip on down a little bit more. Let it play. Let it play. I love this. It's so much fun. You know, like I said, you can have a bad day. You gotta find something to make you happy. For me, that's art. And I'm a fisherman too. I love fishing outdoors. Right now, I said the weather is just not cooperating with everybody around, so we gotta take it in stride, you know. There we go. Throw in a few more bushes right there since we're getting a little closer to us in the foreground. Grab some old dark colors now. Back and forth, brush mixing. Kind of. More of that Van Dyke. Let's see here. Kind of pull that out nice and flat. Let's see. For all this to see it, just kind of play around, you know. yellow ochre. Kind of more there. Trying to thin it down is all I'm doing. And I have a tendency, Anna, my wife, she calls it like in a fan shape. Me, I think of it like a clock, going up to 12. You want to go to 10 and 3, just work around like you work around a clock. Just give yourself some little references. A little Indian yellow. One thing I'm just going to touch a little bit bright red, just a little. Am I killing, working in layers, am I killing all that dark? That is so important. Hang down over that. I hope you're enjoying being with us today. I'm glad to be with you. Touch. Making the cat yellow, just varying color. Waterfall. Kind of seeing a stream now. Let's see here. So smash down that far. Brown, I'll show you something really cool and I think you can do with that. Pull another one out there. The more you paint, like I said, the more you compose, you'll see things. You can do anything you want with this technique. Anything. There we go. You see, it's picking up that color underneath. Get some pretty effects. Just gotta let it play. You can do anything. It's so fun. I'm gonna put a little bit of it right there. There's another rock there, it's running over. Look at that. Grab us a palette knife. Let's see. We're just put some more little rock here for all this to sit in. Just laying in a little base color. Ooh, I see some. Stuck out edges like a good spot for a rock. Kill that dark. And some dark color. Back to our dark color. Put us in a little bit of color. I've seen one waterfall in my life. It was a place close to the river here. Wasn't a great big one, but it was pretty. I'd love to see something seen like this in person. Go back to our highlight brush. Get a few hangy downs. In layers. Here, get some more of that dark. It's my dark color. The bluish here. Back into my highlight. Highlighting is so much fun since I really practiced it. It used to be one of the things I struggled with. So much fun. And you can do it. You can. Wish y'all come see us. Old knife, don't hang on to him, he gets away from me. I was in class yesterday and I laid it down on this table, and one time it was funny, I had 3 knives I picked up from my students. Walking around, I was like, we've lost our palette knives. And lo and behold, there they was. All I'm doing is grabbing just a little bit more of that liquid white. In that color a little bit, you're gonna have a little bit of, I have a couple hanging off the rocks. Down. Oh, I see one right there. That much water and mist, there's gonna be some stuff hanging off these rocks. Over here. Mossy stuff. You know what? I see something. Back in the dark color. This little tree right here, just kind of break it up a little bit. Maybe snuck down here. Little seed got dropped off by a bird, and kind of need a place to. He decided this is a good place to live. First of all, let's think in a little bit will show through. Here and there. And not all of it's going to show through. White. Let's go into, I'm going to go into red and Indian yellow. Kind of an orangey color. Alright, let's see what this does. There we go. Look at that. Gotta think how I want it shaped and formed. Alright, let's go back to our other one. Sneak in a few more little bush shapes. Moss hanging off. Just a few more little things, and we got to finish painting today. Hope you enjoyed it. I've enjoyed being here with you. Wish you'd come and join us in class sometime. Straight liquid white. Yes, I'm trying to add a little water line, give a little bit of distinction between where it's hitting the rocks. So sneak in a few sticks and twigs. That we got to finish painting. I really hope you've enjoyed today. If you're in West Tennessee in the Henderson area, we're south of Jackson, come see us. If you got an idea, something you'd like to see paint, give us a shout. Put it in the comments below, and we hope to see you soon.